Welcome to a cup of coffee and TIKABOO. Oil painting that I made recently for my finissage at outta installed. And I'm happy to announce that I have a new exhibition coming up. It's going to be the first one that I ever have in Oslo. It's at Brewgata in Brewgata, right next to Vaterland, one of my favorite places to go out, both Brewgata and Vaterland. It's going to be Tuesday the 11th of October, and the exhibition is called October Lust. I'm going to make a video about that later on, but for now, you, my dear viewers, get to know that, yes, there's going to be an exhibition in Oslo, Tuesday the 11th of October, October Lust at Brewgata, with performance by moi. So, hope to see you there and spread it to everyone you hate and love. See more info on the Facebook event. I'm gonna link it down below. I have a new phone, finally. It's an iPhone 13 Pro. I fucking invested a lot of shit in that, so the quality is really good. I have no idea if I'm looking into the camera or not, because this is very new to me. So if I'm looking slightly lost, it's because I think that I'm looking into the camera, but I'm not sure if I am. So this is based on a true story, and the reason why it's called TIKABOO is because TIKABOO Why? TIKABOO It's about when I was on tour with Shit Skateboard Company. It's a very funny story, and on my Instagram live stream, which is every Friday at Cursor Clock, that's 13:00 true Norwegian black metal time. If otherwise, go check out my story on Instagram at Martin Mentzoni to see when the live stream is. If you're watching this when it's released, this video, it's Friday today, and you can see me live on Instagram at 13:00. This is from one of my live streams, so you can watch the video and the creation of this painting. And the cool thing is, the background that you see here, a little bit spoiler now coming up. If you don't want to know, then stop watching this video, because this is the video about this painting. The background that you see right here with the sun, that is actually from the original painting. Because I buy these paintings with frames at second-hand stores, because framing is what is the most expensive part of the actual artwork normally. But if I get my paintings framed, it's always at Dahl Rammeservice in Haugesund. And I'm very stoked of having some of my paintings, a new painting actually called The Farm, that's hanging now at Dahl Rammeservice. Go check that out. But this painting right here, TIKABOO, it's for sale, so you can read more about it in the info below for prices and everything. And it's plus shipping, of course. If you live in Haugesund or are visiting Haugesund, you can of course stop by the studio and get the painting hand delivered, and you also get a cup of coffee from Nista Kaffebrenneri, which is right down there. I'm looking at it right now. Hello, Christian. Locally brewed coffee, independent shit. Yeah, boy. Okay, TIKABOO. It's a story about when I had nowhere to sleep. I was on tour with Shit Skateboard Company, and we were coming from, I think it was our first tour, if I'm not mistaken. And I didn't know that when you do accounting, you have to save your fucking, the fucking receipts. So I was broke. I was living at home with my mom in Haugesund, and we were arriving at Stavanger, which is like 2-hour bus from Haugesund. I was still in school, but I skipped school to go on tour instead with Shit, doing demos and having the rockstar life and having fun. And then when we came to Stavanger, it was late on a Sunday, and I had to go to school the next day. And I said to my sponsor, Kim Stocker, rest in peace, the tank, I love you. I'm like, could you give me the money for the bus ride? Because I paid, I don't remember, 120 one-way ticket or something. I had paid my way down to Stavanger because I borrowed money to get my ass from Haugesund to Stavanger before the tour. Went on tour, came back, and then I was going to get the money that I spent and get those back, and then take the bus back home, and then blah blah, or something. But then Kim Stokke said, do you have a receipt? I'm like, no. And he's like, well, I need a receipt or else I can't write it up on the firm. I'm like, okay, but then I know that for next time. But we're arriving now at the bus terminal in like 10 minutes. It was like 11 at night almost, and the last bus home was going, and I was just able to catch the last bus home. And he's like, sorry, if you don't have a receipt, I can't give you the money, or else you're not gonna learn. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me? So we came to Stavanger, I got off at the bus station, everybody else left, we were driving in a RV, and the rest of the team and Shit Company, Frode Go and Kim Stokke, they drove away, and I was standing there with my skateboard and my metal lunchbox, which was my luggage every time I'm on tour, because I'm a filthy fucking piece of shit, and I'm looking at the fucking bus. I can't leave. I asked them, can I get a ride to Haugesund and I get my mom to pick me up and she can give you money? They're like, nope, sorry, cannot do that. So I had to watch as my bus left, and I was like, this fucking sucks. It's 11 at night, I have nowhere to stay. I tried to ask some friends and some that I could think of, but nobody had either the time or the space. So I was kind of bummed out. And I just asked Fredrik Nærland on the team if I could stay over at his place, and he was gonna ask his mom, so I joined him over to Hundvåg. We came over there, and I had to stand there as his mother said no, because they were refurbishing the bathroom. And then I kind of understood. I had a reputation at the time with my long black hair, and I was cutting myself and stuff, so I wasn't like the nice boy next door. So some people thought I was a heroin addict and that I did drugs and shit. So she said no in a nice way, and then I said sarcastically, well, I don't need to sleep on the bathroom floor, I can sleep on Fredrik's floor instead. And then she kindly said, no, you can't sleep here. So Fredrik said I could leave my shit there. Stian Myhre, Mr. Boneless, he borrowed me his Dove jacket, like a goose feather jacket, just like a drug addict would look like, with the skinny pants and my makeup and the Dove jacket. So I went back into town to gather empty bottles, and I went to this 24/7 gas station to get money for the bottles, and I was missing still a lot of money. I had nothing. I was stone broke. And in the end of the night, I was so tired. I remember going by in the McDonald's, picking up the half-eaten burgers from the trash that all the posh kids had thrown in there. And then I went back to towards Hundvåg, where Fredrik lived. It's like 2 big bridges we have to cross. And after I crossed the first one, I was so tired and depressed that I walked underneath the second bridge. And I remember going underneath there because I was so tired and I just wanted to sleep and wake up to a new day. And it was broken glass everywhere, and I just laid on the ground, and I was too depressed to even give a shit that it was broken glass there. And I remember lying in fetus position and crying, feeling so sorry for myself. I started a drawing on that actually in 2015, 2016, a big drawing that I haven't finished yet with marker. I will post that on my Patreon at patreon.com/Martin Mentzoni. Gonna finish that someday, but not now. But you can see the drawing as it is on my Patreon at patreon.com/Martin Mentzoni. Become a chicken today. Woo! Support me. Anyways, I woke up to the sound of boop, which is the fucking boat that went by. And I woke up at like 5 in the morning or something. And it was summer, so the sun was already getting up. Walked back to Fredrik and his mother and dad's house. And I threw like rocks on his window. He came down and he locked me into his car, his big brother's car, Christian. Johnny. And inside jokes there. Kim Ottomo, you know what's up. So I slept with my sleeping bag inside of his big brother's car, and he had to go to work at like 6:30 in the morning, so I barely got an hour's sleep. And he knocked on the window, which was already fogged up, and he's like, what the fuck? And we just started laughing because I was lying there, hey man. And then I went back with my sleeping bag and just my G-string, because I used to wear women underwear from when I was 15, 16 till I was like way towards my 30s. So I came back, and Fredrik opened the the shed right next to the main door, and this shed is so fucking tiny. It's like more of a room where you stash all the like, garden supply and stuff like that. And it's not a big house. It's like row houses, if that's what it's called, rekkehus, row like small houses next to each other, almost like apartments, but just a house standing alone. And inside of that fucking shed where I was sleeping, there was no lights. And there was this big fucking water cooler, not a big fucking water tank. This thing right here, like huge, and it was so fucking hot, and it was summer, but the air was so thick you could cut through the air. And then I had to lie with my sleeping bag and legs upwards, because if I laid with my back and my head against the heater, then I felt that my hair was like burning and melting towards the thing. So I had to like coil like a fucking little snake upwards to the heater, and then to be able to lie flat down with my head, and the blood would rush to the head sometimes, so I would have to change positions. It was fucking almost impossible to fall asleep there, but I did because I was so exhausted and tired. And then Fredrik, you fucking bastard, he was supposed to wake me up before his mother found out that I was what's it called? Hijacking the shed. And I remember hearing her voice, and I overslept. I didn't have an alarm because I didn't have any battery on my fucking flip phone at the time. And Fredrik, of course, the piece of shit, he slept all the way through. But I can still picture his face, the panic when he hears his mother saying something. Yeah, I'm just gonna go out and get something from the shed. I don't remember specifically what she said, but she was going into the shed, and it was summer. Probably get something to cut the lawn or do some gardening shit. But then, seconds before she was about to grab the fucking door handle, I managed to jump up and just lock it. And it was pitch black in there. I couldn't see shit. So I wanted to get out of the sleeping bag, get my clothes on, or just get out of the fucking sleeping bag and just run before she came back. Because she was like, "Why is the shed locked?" she said. Because they normally wouldn't lock the shed. So she got in to get the keys, and before I fucking had even a chance to zip up the fucking body bag that I was lying in, she opens the door and she just looks at me, and I just wave like a stupid cunt, like, "Hello." And I knew she fucking hated me from before, and she certainly hated me then. She just looked me in the eye like this and just closed the door. And then I got dressed and shit and got out. And I remember Fredrik standing there in his box, just super stressed. "Oh, sorry, man, sorry." And we were just laughing. And I don't know if she said it then or if he told me later, but she said, "Martin is never welcome in our home ever again." And I think it was like a couple of months later. Me and Fredrik were gonna drive the first part of a shit tour, and I came to his place after we had skated, and we were gonna drive the shit van, and I was in the kitchen just waiting for him to get some stuff, and his mom comes down and she's like, "Hey, Martin." And I'm like, "Hey." I'm like, "Wow, we're good now." And then Fredrik comes into the kitchen to say that, "Yeah, ready to go, Martin." And then his mother turns to Fredrik while I'm standing there, and she says, "You know that Martin is not welcome here, right?" And I'm like, just gonna go sit in the van because that was fucking awkward. So I think this is a picture perfect face of how she reacted when she saw me there inside of the shed, lying there like this fucking hobo. Yeah. So that's it. That's the story behind this painting, TIKABOO. And it's for sale. The size is, I don't remember. Go to my Instagram, I'll post it there. Because now I have a new phone, so it's going to be amazing, the quality. And we're going to post this actually and have the story behind the painting. Would that be a cool thing to do? When I have paintings and I tell the story behind it? Or is it too much of a spoiler? I don't give a shit though, because I like the story and it's great though. So for my live stream now on Friday, if you have any suggestions what I should paint, let me know. So yeah, that's the TIKABOO painting. Maybe I could take you a little bit closer. It's such a perfect frame now, so I don't want to fuck it up. So this is me. Where is the fucking camera? There it is. So that's me, and it's oil painting and acrylic, and that's the very, very angry mother. And it's oil painting, painted directly on an old painting. Really happy with how this painting came out, and I love the faces. So there you go, peeps. Oh, and the October Lust exhibition that I told you about. Go to Facebook and just look for this painting, and then you will find all the info you need. And by the way, all these paintings, I've already posted these on my Instagram, but all of these are for sale. And I think this one specifically looks amazing with the lighting and everything. Yeah, look at that shit. Looks fucking cool, right? Okay, but that's it for now. And thanks for watching. And remember, every Saturday there's a new episode of the random book review out on my YouTube channel, the same you are watching right now. So check that out, and yeah, see you on my live stream on Instagram, 13000 every Friday. New video of a cup of coffee here on YouTube every Friday, and Saturday the random book review. Now I'm gonna shut up. Thank you. Oh, and go to kafanzine.com, buy my comics and prints and original paintings and drawings. Support your true Norwegian underground artist, because I'm broke. Goodbye.